worlds. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How's it going? It's Dan here from CryoNoir. So I'm here with a devlog for my new game, what I am building myself is. So before we get into it, there's just two caveats I want to get into. First of all, the thumbnail, the picture in the thumbnail, that is basically a concept art that I have kind of put together to sort of show what the game is going to look like. It's not entirely my own work. The arms and the pistols, that is mine. The sort of spaceship background, the corridors and everything, that was from a level that I built using free assets from the Unity Play Store many years ago. And then the aliens that are in there are actually arachnids from Starship Troopers. It was somebody's picture that I'd found online as well. So that is just purely a concept piece. It's not, that's what the game is going to look like ideally, or something to that like that. That's, as I say, it's not my own original work, although I did the composite and I've also given it a toony shader because that's what the game is going to look like. Further down the line, when I actually have more concrete things to sort of show off and actual, stuff that you would want to see, I'll go back and swap all of those thumbnails out. Secondly, you'll notice there's a lot of time that's gone into the work so far with not vast amounts to show for it. YouTube is full of people who are, I built this game in Unreal and it's the first game I've ever built and it took me 5 minutes and, and all that kind of stuff. But this is the first game I've ever built in using C++ and in Unreal. I've built stuff that have been, in fact, actually, this is the first 3D game that I've decided to build on my own. Everything I've built in the past has been 2D using pixel art. So, everything is new to me here. The only thing I've played around in Unity, but only in that I've cobbled bits together. I've never actually tried to build my own thing, animate my own thing, import it into the engine and do it. It's a huge learning curve for me. So, yeah, and also this has been spread over within this time. There's been a house move. There's also been a job change. There's been lots of stuff going on. Things will speed up, hopefully. I won't be doing these devlogs every week. I will just be doing them as and when I hit various milestones and I have something to show off. So, yeah, with that, I think we're ready to go. So about a year ago, I decided I was going to make my very first 3D game in Unreal. I'd built some 2D games in Game Maker, done some tutorials in Unity, but eventually settled on Unreal. C++ is a bitch and C# is lovely, but Unreal is so far ahead of Unity in tech and pricing, it had to be the way to go. I'd done a few tutorials with Unreal, but I decided that the best way forward would be to learn by doing. I knew I wanted to make an FPS, probably a boomer shooter, but that was about it. Step 1 was to create a new FPS C++ Unreal 5 project and then start reverse engineering it and playing around with some of the settings. Next, I tried to implement a sprint function, which ended up just increasing the player's speed over and over again, which was fun, but not entirely useful. I fixed that and then decided it was about time to start from scratch with a fully blank project. That didn't go so well as it was a beta build of Unreal Engine 5 and it had quite a lot of issues getting UE5 to talk with Visual Studio's 2019. After several false starts, I decided to start again, only this time in the most recent build of UE4. I wrote all the movement code in C++ from scratch along with the jump and sprint function that I'd worked on in Unreal 5. The next thing I would need would be some assets for the game, so I modelled some weapons in Blender along with some player arms. It was about this time that the core concept for the game came into focus. I was going to make a futuristic cel-shaded shooter where you played it as a robot, but rather than going for the whole boomer shooter metal and drum and bass kind of effect, it would be fast-paced but chill. I rigged the arms in Blender and then imported them into Unreal 4 and then stopped for a full year. A career change and a house move and shitloads of DIY put pay to any further development. When I came back to the project just under a month ago, UE5 was now out of beta and was on its third update, so hopefully all of the bugs that were from the beta should have been ironed out by now. I managed to get the movement code transferred over along with some of the assets, but had quite a lot of fails with Unreal 5 not playing nicely with Visual Studio's 2022. I finally managed to get that resolved and then decided it would be a good time to add the pistols to the player hands and get some animations in. Back into Blender, and I managed to get the pistols parented to the hands, but I could not get the animations to work. Now, I know that both Unreal and Blender are absolutely amazing tools, and in the right hands are capable of amazing things. But mine are not the right hands, and I have absolutely no idea what any of this all means. So I started again, and then got the pew-pews working again, and then finally managed to get some animations working in Blender. I did an idle, a weapons equip and unequip, a sprint,
and a fire animation. Now all I needed was to export them, import them into Unreal, and then I'd be away. So I got the idle animation set as the default animation for the player, and it kind of worked, but with one obvious issue. I then tried re-exporting the animations from Blender, but this time included the guns, and then I got this. Let's just watch that resignation again, shall we? And that's as far as I've got. So, okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the devlog. They won't be coming out very regularly. I would say maybe once every month, once every 2 months, something like that. As soon as I get to a decent milestone and I've done something that I want to kind of show. These devlogs are more just kind of for my own record, but I hope other people enjoy watching them. And also, you know, people can look back in hopefully years to come when the company is all big and built, and they can see all the different devlogs I've done, all of the sort of trials and tribulations I've gone through to get to this stage, and it's all documented on the YouTube channel, so that way, you know, anyone that is struggling in the industry, hopefully they can see that it isn't, you know, as plain sailing as they may think it is, and just what it takes to kind of to actually make it. I don't know if I ever will, so this might actually just be a vlog of my own failures, but either way, that's still fine, I guess. Like I say, I won't be putting up videos very often, maybe once every month or two, and then any other sort of 3D design bits that I've done for the game, they'll go up at some point. I've been streaming at the moment, so Saturday evenings at 8 PM English time. I stream currently Cyberpunk 2077, and I've also just about to finish on a Wednesday streams. I do Portal 2 with the missus as a co-op, so that's hashtag at whatever you want to call, _PoppyPlays_. Links in the description. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I will be doing more streams once we've completed Portal. I will be doing 3D level design and 3D things in Blender and stuff. I'll probably be streaming them at times. But yeah, that's it. See you later. Bye.